is quite low. This guy made a big mistake. Bottom? It can be very worth it. Hello everyone, Chicken here. Today I'll be doing a guide on how to win solo queue as an EXP laner. I'd say the side lanes, gold and EXP, are some of the hardest roles to win in solo queue with, because they're both roles are, on opposite ends of the map. So if your team doesn't perform the greatest on one side of the map, there's not much you can do about it if you're all the way across. So today I thought I'd give you a little bit of insight on how I think and how I play when I play EXP lane, especially in solo queue. I'll just pick Lapu. Lapu's a safe pick. Typically, you don't really want to pick early with EXP. You want to counter pick, but since nobody else is showing in solo queue, I'm just going to go with Lapu. Now, a thank you to today's sponsor, Red Magic. Red Magic has sent me their newest model phone, the Red Magic 8 Pro Titanium model. I don't think Hoon or Zane even have this model, as it is the newest one. That was very recent. It has a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 CPU, which is just a very good processor for a phone to boot. And you shouldn't have any issue running any sort of game on max quality graphics. 6000 mAh battery, which is a very big battery. I left this phone out for almost a week, just on my desk, delaying making this video. And the phone just never died. But contrary to my iPhone, if I were to do it with my iPhone, this wouldn't even last a few days. It has a 120 Hz refresh rate, which is almost as good as my monitor. Actually, is good as my monitor. I have two monitors, 120 Hz and 144 Hz. And the fact that this small phone screen has the same hertz rate as my monitor blows my mind. One thing I actually really like personally about the Red Magic 8 phones is the little fan it has, the little RGB rainbow colored fan up here, and it acts as just a cooling device for the phone, and it is a hell of a lot smaller and more convenient than this giant Razer fan that I use for my iPhone when I stream with it. So special thanks to them for sponsoring the video. And looking at the comp here, you can use the link in the description, by the way, if you want to purchase your own. Looking at the comp here, Valier, Yin. I'm versus a Mars or a Yin. We have Valentina Jungle, interesting. Rome Saber, also interesting. Solo queue, surprises everywhere. You always want to look at the spells when you start a game. I see that Yin has Petrify and not Flicker, so he can be quite easy to catch. But Valier and Leslie have Flicker, so they could escape me quite easily. So you want to typically help your jungler based on which side they start, and I think Valentina is going to start blue here, so I'm going to help her out. If you don't help out your jungler, you're kind of throwing, because helping out your jungler at the cost doesn't really cost you anything. Now, since Valentina didn't tank, I'm going to have to use regen here, which isn't ideal, but thankfully it's a Yin lane, so Yin, can't really kill me pre-4. He needs his level 4 to do big damage, so I don't have to worry about using my regen there. If anything, I can actually poke and harass him a bit. Now, Lapu isn't the greatest early game, pre-level 4 hero. He's kind of reliant. Oh, this Martis just double dashed. Kind of killing himself here. Free kill. You always want to look to rotate or potential rotations after you clear your lane EXP. That's kind of the job with EXP laners, just clear your lane and rotate. So Yin can't really fight me that much, so I don't have to worry about, when I cut, I don't have to be that scared. And he's trying to take his camp here, and I don't really want to let him do that. So I'm going to try to just mess with him here. He's just getting it low enough for me to steal, which is just, solo queue. Not everyone is the most smart. And I'm just going to shove this wave. I should get level 4 off this wave, and I'll try to look mid or in the enemy jungle for Marius or Estes. Now I see their bot side here. Actually I will. I'll walk all the way down. Because I did clear my wave really fast. I have the opportunity here to walk all the way down here. Now, EXPs can do this sometimes, and you might lose a top wave or two, but if you can wipe the enemy team down at the bottom, it can be very worth it. So I am going to lose a little top gold here, but I help my team out down here. It's sort of a trade, Now I'm going to buy armor boots so I can run back top as fast as I can. Usually I delay my boots purchase for my first item, but since I don't want to lose too much top side, I'm going to run there. Now, you just used everything in his ults, Petrify and all that, so I can easily beat it. Oh, whoa, whoa! I did not know it worked like that, but thankfully this Mars is horrible. My ult got canceled out of the Yin ult. Wow. That's never happened to me before. My over 10,000 matches of this game, I have never known that was a thing. But Mars killed himself trying to greed for me. Jungler gets a free turtle. I get some free plating. So far, game's going quite well. This Valier tries to catch up to me here, but I jump over. That's also a tip for whenever you're tower diving, that they don't expect you to dash through here. They always expect you to either run back or run forward. So by going that way, it's the least expected route. And it catches people off guard a lot of times. I might be dead here. Unless... I managed to stall out his ult because I do have armor boots, thankfully. That's all you get for buying armor boots, and he bought a really shitty first item as well. I actually will look to engage here once I have my ult. His Lapu is actually very strong. This is level 4, even when he's quite low. And this guy made a big mistake. Big bonk on his face. Oh no, I'm a goner. Good night, Crew World. Yeah, I didn't expect Mars to be here again. I thought, all things considered, since my bot team was like fighting and being quite aggressive, he'd pass down there. But again, it is solo queue. People are unpredictable in solo queue. Very unpredictable. This game I'm actually having quite the good randoms, as solo queue is like coin flip. Sometimes, no matter how good you play, you'll still lose because your teammates are worse. But this game, my teammates are actually quite alright. Now, to be fair, I did do a really good rotation bot early game, which gave him a lot of pressure. So that can do a lot more than you think. Bye-bye to this guy again. Not respecting me at all. Overstaying. Very much so. No, I'm not having any sort of frame rate issues, any lag issues with this phone. It's not as expensive as, you know, a brand new iPhone, so I'd say it's quite cost efficient for what you're getting. This unit is quite low. I kind of want to tower dive him, but I don't have flicker. Screw it. Alright, he backed off. Oh, this Estes a little out of position here. Where are you going, Estes? Popped his ult a bit early. I don't think it's going to matter. Is it? Mars is 1 HP here as well. Dies to Moskov. Oh, Yin. Alright, Moskov might not be in a good spot. I don't know. Oh, never mind. Moskov's a demon. Ah, Ice Cream won. Wow, it's just like... Solo queue gods have blessed me today. This is the once in a blue moon. Or your team just all around does well. This might not be the best example of a game, but I guess I showed you how you can perform it, and you can be one of these teammates. I don't know what these two are doing. See my performing teammates? By listening to this guide, you could be one of them. Or, you know, purchasing red magic, but that depends on the person. Now, late game, now we're at this point where normally if you're this far ahead, you can just shove every wave and just try and tower dive, and normally you're strong enough to do it. Unless you just hard throw and you make the worst, like you make war crime equivalent mistakes. But we're all grouped here. I might just die to go in here. I don't know. We're still waiting for the Lord, so we're just gonna be as oppressive as we can. No one's throwing their lives yet. I do want to hit the tower and pop the tower shield. Oh, really? Broski? Something at the tower shield. That's petried and everything. Oh no. Okay, to stop Mars from getting any kills. Ah. I'm looking for a flicker stun here, maybe. Oh, well, that didn't work well as it got cancelled, but I still got the assist somehow. I am 1 HP, but I can heal off of minions. Now, lower the spawning suit, and we want to do that ASAP. In a tryhard 5-man game, normally you'd freeze all these waves, but it's solo queue, and my god, like, there's no way anyone's gonna listen to you when you say freeze. So if you can't beat them, you join them. Ow! Sheesh! W teammate, W teammate. This might be the hardest I've ever stomped a solo queue game. Not stomped, but the best teammate I've ever had in a solo queue game. But you guys, if you really think about it, chat, my rotation down to this spot side gave Moskov so much pressure. Like, even though I lost a bunch of tower gold and Yin had even gold as me, I screwed over their bot lane. And by doing that, it gave him a lot of breathing room to farm. And that is just one of many ways that you can influence the game, but sacrifice your own gold lead. Like, the same can apply to rotating for a turtle, the second turtle that would start down there. Or rotating the mid lane to defend it. Or for a gank, and just forsaking your wave. EXP, you have to make the choice to give stuff up for trades. Not like Marksman. Marksman have to stay in their lane and farm their waves. But EXP, you can like roam around and look for things. Kind of like a tank, but like tanks don't need waves. EXPs do. So to become a really good EXP laner, you got to find the balance in between managing your own waves and also rotating and sacrificing your own waves. Oh, that was nice. Alright, I'm gonna look for a flicker stun. Not there. Oh, nice S-Sizzle. Alright, we're just going in their base now. It's just a GG. That nice game. The nice solo queue game. Now, of course, the randoms did do quite well, but you can obviously tell how I played the early game. And the early game is the most important part of the game. How you should play it and how you can be the best with rotating a lot and helping your team out. Because unfortunately, EXP, although I do play Selfish with it on stream, realistically, you should be a very much team player with EXP lane. Unless you're playing some farming like Alice, but that's a whole completely different thing. But as a, normal meta EXP lane, you want to rotate a lot, help your team out a lot. And I may not be the MVP, but I believe I was the MVP of the early game. And, Esta's average solo queue player. Thank you all for watching. If you want to purchase a Red Magic phone, in the description below, click that link. And yeah, thank you Red Magic for sponsoring this video. Appreciate it very much. And bye bye. See you on stream.